like I wouldn't say for fun, but it's for personal usage. So I'm
It's for
like
you.
not. I don't have any deadline for that. So
Okay.
I am like just going to do it in the time that it needs. Also, like it's kinda hard to calculate how long it is going to take when I'm
Hi,
like
Wen.
explaining things. Hello, Jem.
Yep.
Uh,
Hi.
yeah. So can you see what I'm sharing here?
We can see everything, yeah. This is where
Okay.
we left off
Yep.
yesterday.
Super good. Do I have the link here so I can send it to you so we can check if like anyone is
We have your
new?
channel. I'm just gonna open it. No
Oh
worries.
yeah, check if
Yeah.
like people can hear me and stuff.
Are you streaming right now?
Yeah.
Okay, let me
Yeah, I
check.
see the stream.
Good, good,
Yeah,
good.
and I can hear everything.
I can hear Jam. I can hear Jam mainly. That's great.
Yeah, that's awesome.
No, not me.
That's how you get
And
to
you
hear
sound
it.
okay.
You're gonna
All
be
right, I think you're
famous
good.
now.
Let's go.
Okay. So yesterday we kind of did those like general designs, like general shapes that I am supposed to use in the design. But since yesterday, like I was thinking about it, I found some new references. And like usually I spend a lot of time just looking for references, and I didn't want it to like become boring when I was like showing you what I'm doing rest today. Yeah, but later I just had some new ideas and I found new references, and also I thought that maybe it would be better if I would be actually explaining some more like theory, because I was just talking about how important it is to know what you are actually like what your goal is, and like how important it is to find references instead of just trying to get it from your imagination. And yeah, and also how important it is to make like tons of iterations to actually get to something that is like the best to your possibilities to get. Uh, so yeah, today I'm going to go further with it. I'm going to actually establish like one of them, or make some changes on the top of that to make it the way I want it to be. So some more ideas that I had was like I found better poses, and this guy especially with awesome breast. He has exactly the arm position that I need. And then like some of those orcs actually has like majestic position that would fit perfectly if it would just had the arms in the position I want them to be. So yeah, what I'm going to do first. Let's see. So here we had like those designs. First one is kind of cool because of the values, but I don't think it like has the meaning of him being a leader actually. And in this one I actually focused more on how to like put something on his back, and this one is just boring. It's not like majestic enough. So I think I will just go more like with the pose. I still don't know, like this one probably would not fit in my perspective actually. And also he's like too I don't know, like he looks kind of like proud of, or maybe like he's like aggressive, like going to charge you or something. And what I want is something more like this, maybe like him standing there, being tired, being wise, and shit like that. Maybe like this one here. So I will try to get the pose right first. Kind of same shit as I did yesterday, but this time I'm gonna do it better. So, yeah, let's see. I will probably just use the first one because like it's most similar to what I have there, and it kind of worked, so it should work here as well. Like him being like turned into 3-4 POV, maybe it's not the best thing I can do. So let's see. I have this one here. I'm just gonna redraw it, or maybe even trace it. Yeah, let's just trace it. It will be quicker. Um, Yeah, and for the general design of him, I thought that maybe it would be like actually good idea to show some leather armor underneath, but just part of it because mostly he will be actually covered with the cape. Um, yeah, so it kinda like accidentally I kinda showed another thing that is important that at least I find it useful to not just do everything like first day. Sometimes after doing a design, like you go to sleep and or you just think about it entire day and then you get some better ideas. Um, so it's kind of like super good because like you don't want to just spend a lot of time on image, post it somewhere so it's like official, and then came up with the idea that oh I could do this or that and like don't like the art anymore because you didn't do like everything the best you could. So it's cool to actually just wait, be more patient maybe. Let's just trace it. I just need the pose from it. I don't want anything else. This one? Yeah. Okay, and that's everything I need from this. And now on the top of that, like I can just paint more exact idea of what I like there to be. So the most prominent part would be his cape, so I would start with that. And what I wasn't telling yesterday is that I said something about shape language, but I didn't like get sure. I wasn't sure if everyone like knows what exactly it means. So there's this perfect YouTube tutorial about like design and the shapes by Cynix. And I think he just explains this better than I do, so I will just recommend it instead of like doing the same shit as he does. Which one was that? I think it was called Design Lab. Maybe it was this. No, here he is just doing some I don't know what, but what I look for is like specific playlist with tutorials. Oh yeah, design theory.
It's the design theory.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this, yeah, it is covering like everything that you kinda need to know for just the shapes. Like visual library, I think it was talking about like how to get to know more shapes that you can use. It's kind of like with Lego bricks. If you just like have one square brick, like you will kind of be very limited with what you can build. But then you get to learn that you have also like this kind of brick, and you also have like this kind of brick. And the more shapes you learn, the better and more interesting like castles or whatever you're drawing with your bricks you will be able to do. Yeah, in the design is also like related to the feeling of the shapes. Like you're looking at a shape and you kind of see that this one is like aggressive and this one is like very peaceful for some reason. So it's kind of good to like just check what other artists do with shapes and try to understand like what makes me feel like that about this design, like which part of it means what, and then I can use the same on my designs. Then he has like video about big, medium, small. So this is like basic rule for everything. For value, for color temperature, for for contrast, for details like shapes, the sizes of the shapes, like everything is like supposed to be divided into big, medium, small, because this way it looks cool. Shape appeal, I don't really remember what exactly was this tutorial about, but basically I just recommend to watch this entire playlist in like your free time. There's no point in me repeating what he is, covered there. Yeah, so what I'm going to do here is I'm gonna try to look for some interesting shapes that will work. And the cool thing that I kind of like noticed that many artists do is that they are using actually mostly one shape, and it's trapezium. For some reason, Ethan Becker was saying that it's like triangle, but it's bullshit. Triangle is not as interesting. Like trapezium, like you can do everything you want with it. Like you can make it like this, you can make it like this, you can make it like that. And if you just try to make everything into trapeziums, the design for some reason looks better. But it's obviously not enough, but I would say it always works for me, like just making everything more based on those kind of shapes. So like for example, if I'm gonna do something on his back, instead of doing it like this, I would probably go for like this shape. And I feel like this is looking more interesting. And even if I want it to be more like pointy, I still can do something to make it like visible that it's a trapezium. At least when you're like trying to establish general big shapes of what you're designing, it works for me always. So something like what this guy has, I think I like it. Like I would like him to have his cape being like more on side than just like in the middle. For some reason, I feel like this is just looking like more interesting, and like I will be able to show half of his body that way, and that's good. Because I want to include some story in it, and otherwise I wouldn't be able to show it. Wrong layer. I don't need this, this, and this. Okay, cool. So let's go. Like this kind of shows me how the folds are working on the material when you have it like on one hand. And things like that, like they are so repetitive. Like you always design someone with this kind of belt or this kind of what was this called? Like shin guard, vambrace? I don't remember. But yeah, the thing that you have on your shoulder, and they are repetitive, but at the same time many people like struggle with drawing them correctly. So the best thing you can do is just use references. And this is what I'm gonna do as well. Like I don't really remember everything in the world, and I don't need to remember everything because I have access to like Google, and I can just search for how other people does it, so it looks correctly. And especially for things like folds, and there is a math behind how they works, and you kinda can learn how it works. But I actually recommend to like, but first of all, it will still look kinda cartoonish, even if you apply all the knowledge that you gather to get the correct folds. And second, it's just like way faster, so you get better result in shorter time, and it's easier. So why not use that? Yeah, so I kind of know that I want this guy to have like half of his body covered with the cape, and the other half just partially covered. So I will probably like maybe put some connection between two parts of the fold, maybe like here, something like that. So then I can like try to Mm, I don't know what I'm gonna try. I'm gonna just draw it. Yeah. Let's see what is happening here. It's like falling down, and then there's like fold here and boom. Yeah, so as you can see, instead of making this part like this, I did it like that, and it's always going to make everything look more volumetric. Like you can see how the form rotates, you can see 3 dimensions at the same time, kinda. So it's always good habit to try to have everything simplified into some like trapeziums. At least that's what I recommend. Yeah, and what I noticed when I was checking like how my previous illustration looked like is that he was kinda like the bottom of his cape was being wider, and it kinda made him stand there like a rock, like he's kinda heavy because of that, and I like it, so I'm gonna actually use it here in this illustration as well. Yeah, I don't need this guy to be this close. Okay. So I need to think now, like what is happening with this cape? Like I have half of it here. It's going somewhere. I don't need to think about all the folds now, just yet. And there is like this huge part going behind him. This here goes like this, and maybe it should go like that, I think. Yeah, okay, so I have the cape. I think like I got the shape kind of what I want it to be. Not sure about this though. Maybe instead of just giving him like some giant sleeve, I will just do like just the cape. This is overthinking. I don't need to see how it's going like below there. Yeah. So now I can go for another like most important part, and that would be like his head. So let's see some super cool orcish helmets on Pinterest, of course. So the idea I had on the previous illustration was that he would have something like, where's my pencil? What the hell? Okay, something like this, like kinda looking like a mask, like a bandit or something. And it leaves the space for his ears to stick out, and it just shows his like bottom of his face. And this is not very bad, I think. I might actually use that, but I want to check first if there are some more interesting designs for the orc. So let's see how Lord of the Rings orcs look like. I especially need those from Mordor because they had actual helmets. And yeah, basically this kind of blacksmithing that we can see here, like, is very like rough, or yeah, like you can see they just did it with some stones on the stick and they just put some nails in it. This one is like from, I think it was from maybe Saruman. I don't really remember if that was from Saruman's or from Mordor. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It's actually similar the way it's done. It's just more like straight and symmetric. And it also like this shape language here is making it look more aggressive. Like we can see those those pointed triangles, and they are repeated, so it kind of like reminds of some, I don't know, thieves maybe, or something. Something in it makes it look like it's aggressive, and I like it. So what I see else is that they did like few plates for. Anyone remember how is this part of armor called? Like I don't remember this.
I think it's called
Shoulder
like a
plate.
shoulder plate.
Shoulder plate. Okay, so that's what I mean. The shoulder plate is made out of more plates that it's probably necessary. I mean, it allows him some movement, but in this case, I think it's mostly to repeat the pattern from these places. So like the entire armor is more consistent because you see some repeated patterns on it, and you see that it was done by the same author that had some tricks or ways to do things, and he knew like what he's going to do from the start and shit like that. But it's just consistent because of those repeated patterns here and there. So basically, it's mix of curves with pointy triangles, and that's what makes it the way it looks like. Like if I would just try to do something like this, it's already kind of looking like the one he had, right? Yeah, like this. Maybe not perfect, but it kind of is repeating the shape language. That's like what it's called. Like a lot of curves with a lot of pointy angles or whatever. So when you're trying to like imitate a style or make something consistent with some style, it's important to notice things like that, and it will like make everything more consistent and fit together better. Because like if someone is like designing helmet apart and then some shoulder plate and then some chest plate and everything has like interesting design on its own, but it looks like it's from different age, different race, different country, like you don't really can focus on anything as long as you would need to. And when everything is kind of similar, like it's easier to design actually this way, because you just design like few things and then you repeat them all over. But at the same time, it's just better design because it just works better. Unless the story says otherwise. Like if you have a story of someone who is like making his armor from the scrap, or he finds some different things, or he fights different monsters, and from every one of them he takes something and he makes it into an armor, then it's like justified. Like it makes sense, and you kind of expect him to look like everything is not fitting with the rest of it. But yeah, that's the point I was trying to make here. So I can see that actually my idea with showing just the mouth was probably like like inspired by the Lord of the Rings, like even without being aware of that, because I think I didn't remember that they kind of looked this way. But yeah, I watched the Lord of the Rings like a lot of times, so I probably saw it, and like subconsciously I knew I kinda liked this look, and it looks like orc for me. It also kinda reminds me of the thing from Pulp Fiction. I wonder if it's actually like this guy. I wonder if it was actually like purposefully done, so they kind of look like they wear some crazy BDSM suits on them. I don't know.
Freaks or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, things like that might be actually done on purpose, because like you want you have some emotions related to certain things, and even subconsciously you can feel something about the things that you see for the first time ever. It's kind of like, let's see, you're looking at the clouds and you kind of see like angry face in the cloud, and it actually doesn't have any face, and there are no eyes, there is no nose, but you kind of look at this and it reminds you of something, and you can kind of tell like, oh, this cloud is angry, or this cloud is sad, and shit like that. So that there are like psychological things behind the design that makes it look certain way. And sometimes like you can get inspired by something completely unrelated to what you're drawing just to get certain feeling, and it can be hidden, but it will probably still works. So I think that's another interesting thing. Oh yeah, I was like last time talking with Ivo and Spitz about this, like how to get emotions in your design, and I was like, I used an example of like when you're looking at a sandwich, you kind of like imagine how it would be to bite it, what taste it would have. Like you just see like sandwich with tomato, and you kind of know what taste it has. Like even without biting it, you kind of feel the taste. So this image of the sandwich can give you some certain emotions, and when you see a snail, it's kind of similar, but it gives you different emotions. Like you feel that what it would be like if you would touch it, and that it would be like wet and sticky and cold and things like that. So different images can give you those feelings, and you can also like combine them. Like if you would make a sandwich picture, it's like super relaxing to look at it. If you would make a snail, it's kind of like meh. But if you would make a sandwich with snail, just the storytelling is guiding you towards it being disgusting, because you're kind of forced into thinking of how it would be to bite the sandwich with a snail in it. And you can use tricks like that in your design to make someone imagine something. Like for example, this guy here, he wears like metal directly on his skin, so it's very different from the designs that we were seeing, like this one, for example. I think no, not this one. Yeah, let's say this one. Like this guy here, he has like some fur between the leather and his skin, so you kind of feel that it would be warm, it would be comfortable to wear that. But in case of this guy, he actually is like this BDSM guy, because it will definitely hurt him just wearing like straight direct metal with some sharp edges on it, on his body. So yeah, you kind of can tell that this guy is not afraid of pain, of hurting himself. He doesn't respect his body or something like that. So you can convey this kind of ideas in your storytelling, and most people will not like think about it. They will just see it and they will feel certain feelings, and you as an artist are able to control them, think about it, like imagine those things, like, and do them with premeditation. Sometimes you just imagine a character because you know his description, or you invented him and you just come up with the ideas that would fit him, but you can also like control it, which is cool. Yeah, so I think if I would just give him this helmet, it would not be that original, since it's the most popular fantasy ever. So we can look for some mole orcish helmet. Or maybe even we can look for some like real life helmets and see if some of them would get the feeling that we want for an orc. Yeah, I see this bandit. Like if I would put like cartoon bandit. Yeah, first idea is this one, but then you have this. I'm looking for this mask, like this guy from CS:GO. Yeah, like this. Like when you see just the eyes and just the mouth with no nose, you kind of see that this guy probably is going to hurt you or something. Like he's going to rob me. I don't know. He's hiding something. So the idea of them looking like that is kind of cartoonish, but it still work. So this kind of like this way of thinking is very important. Like basically this is like an actual language with words, and they have meanings, and you can put them together to create like entire phrase. And it's super fun. It's fun to do it. Like once you like get this idea that you can control the emotions, or you can tell entire story that makes sense with your design, you start to make less generic designs. They are not just like male orc standing. No, they become like your actual characters. This is engineer orc because he has like a hammer and he has like some scrolls and something to write on them, and he has like glasses or whatever, so he's definitely smart because he reads, and that's why he has like bad sight. Like yeah, this is just a cartoonish example, but basically this is what it's all about. And then you can feel like more about this. Like if you would have a character like for some noir comic, and you would make him like a scar on the finger in a place that people wear ring when they are like married, you would kind of show the idea of him being divorced or losing his wife or something like that. So with those small details, you can actually tell entire story, and it's like cool because then your characters have more character, like more personality. Um, and it's super fun to just sit there, like think about it, imagine something, and then put it together, show to someone. And this guy probably won't like notice everything at the first glance, but he will feel differently about this kind of design than he would about like just academic perfect Loomis head with perfect folds and good colors. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Yeah, and for now I just have a Superman here. So we need helmet, and I think that if I would be just looking for helmets from for orcs, I would be constantly finding something from either Lord of the Rings or World of Warcraft. So maybe instead I would actually should look for like Cossack's helmet. I don't think this is Cossack helmet. Did they actually wear any helmets? I think they were not. Mm,
They didn't even wear shirts, right?
yeah, but it kind of depended. Apparently, some helmet from Second World War was called Cossacks. I don't know, maybe or something like that. I'm just finding it on Google, and I will have to check it. Okay, so maybe let's search for Celtic helmet. We want them to look like barbaric, like Celts were also like fighting with no. Oh shit, this is fucking cool. They were also fighting with no shirts on them and stuff like that. I think they were actually fighting completely naked because they were like thinking that only gods can give them win or something like that. Yeah, maybe some like gladiator, gladiator. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Okay, so I will just find the Maximus's helmet. Some words are cursed in Google Image. If you would search for alien, you will most likely just find Xenomorph from Alien by H.R. Giger, and not like yeah, most of your results will be just this one alien, and you will have to like go around it and look for UFO or something like that if you want some cool aliens designs. I don't really find anything cool. I think the creators of Lord of the Rings, like this was Weta. Weta is the Weta concept art, are the guys who did concept art for Lord of the Rings. So I think they were like smart with it, and instead of looking for some like historical helmet, they were actually looking for helmets, like helmets based on this like robber mask or something like from BDSM or whatever, and then they like made it into metal, made it black. So maybe we could come up with something like that. I want him to be a leader. Do I have like any imagination of what makes someone a leader? Like a crown is like too much.
Yeah, like Danish king crowns, they're like sometimes a bit more like humble when it comes to appearance.
Let's see.
Oh no, not this. They're like a band, like a.
Could you send
Just
a
like a-
reference to the Discord?
I can do that. Wait a minute.
Oh, the one splits design is super cool. I like it. But I still feel like this one is looking more like a warrior and less than like a leader. Where it's a cool design, and yeah, it's definitely like fits orcs, and it has those shapes that I was talking about. Like I like it. I like it. I really like it.
No, I think if you're gonna be designing a leader, just
put it in
give
chat.
them. Oh yeah, that's good, Evo. But I think giving them something that everyone else doesn't have is usually best way.
Just like a headband around the
Yeah.
thingy.
Ah, something like that. Okay, now we're like up to
Like as
something.
a
I like it. I like this idea. It's like subtle, but it still is showing some position that he could have.
yeah.
Like with just this simple two lines, you kind of make him. Yeah, yeah. This works perfectly, Evo. I really like it.
Yes.
Let's go. Yeah. So it's still not helmet, but now I will have to think about helmet that will still show this part. I don't know, maybe like a hood or something. Like not actual like hood, but something that would have the if I would make it like this, he kinda would look like a thief, but not like what I'm looking for. Interesting. I think definitely I am going to show his eyes and his forehead just to show the band, this thing. I already forgot how it's called.
Headband?
Headband.
Headband.
Yes.
Yeah, let's go. But like covering his mouth, I still find it like a good idea. So maybe I would be able to do something like this strange helmet made out of just some metal tubes. So it's kind of protecting you, but at the same time you can see the... Oh, and now I'm making the crown. I don't know. Maybe that makes sense. Let's see.
Instead of gold, it's like very rusty metal.
Yeah, very rusty metal, and I still want him to have some skulls on the top of it.
Maybe for variation, instead of a skull, like a feather or something. Like something else that decorates.
Like at the
It's like
top.
more flowing. Yeah, it's like a feather or like a
Yeah,
hair.
I think I even
Oh,
did
yeah.
it in the original one. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Yeah. I still think if I actually like want him to wear like something that looks like actual crown, maybe I do. Should he have like long hair? I don't know. Maybe Bird would be more
Long beard, yeah.
long beard be more appropriated. Now he's looking like a Santa Claus.
Ah, shit.
Oh yeah, like this with no mustache. Let's go. So now he's a Satanist. Let's go. Maybe different kind. He looks dumb for some reason. I don't know. Maybe he just looks like me. Whatever. Uh, okay, so he will definitely have like more schools, like at least 2, and probably 2 will be okay. And on the tip, the this like going down is kind of what I look. Oh, I know what I could look for. The Roman's helmet.
Bro, maybe he's wearing like a skull of an animal or something.
Um, I already have like on the illustration here. I have the guy who wears like skull of animal on his head and on his shoulder, and he has like ribs at his back as a part of his armor. And I did it because he kind of is like a scout or like a hunter. So this kind of gives you idea that he is hunting for animals. He has like dexterity. He can move around quickly. He can jump, stuff like that. But this guy,
Okay. If someone else has it, then yeah, he shouldn't have it.
yeah, and I mean, it's not bad to have repetition like in your illustration when it like makes sense because they are all from the same species and stuff like that, from the same culture. But I think this guy
Right.
should have like actual heads just to show his position. Like it's kind of part like of showing his trophy, like I killed those. Maybe it would not even be like human skull. Maybe it could be like orcish skull. So it would be like, let's imagine he has 2 orcs heads on the top. So you kind of feel like who were those orcs? Like were there like previous leaders that he had to kill to so he like proved that he's
Yeah.
able to be their leader. So this is kind of like interesting storytelling, and I think I'm kind of starting to like it. So yeah, you actually gave me super cool idea that it doesn't have to be human head. It could be an orc head, orc skull, and that way, yeah, like let's say the orcs for few generations are like having this crown, and the one who killed the up-to-date leader, he gets to wear the crown, and he puts like another head on the top of that. So then, like I would have one orcish skull. I don't know how the School of Orc would look like, but let's say this one, and the other one that is still like more fresh, but you can still tell it's an orc. Yeah, this is super rough sketch, but I think I like this idea. I still don't know if I actually want him to wear like a crown. Probably not. Probably I still like the headband. I am not really that much into the idea of him wearing the this kind of crown.
Yeah, the metal cage.
Yeah, maybe if he would be just wearing something like more simple like that. This is making him like 100% medieval, but like just few rubber or not rubber, leather belts connecting the spike to his head. Might be it. I will use it here for like iteration, and with the next two I will try to come up with something else just to see if there are like more ways. No, actually this thing in the middle is making it not look anymore as it is an headband. So maybe it's not the best idea for me to do this. Yeah, it's actually kind of hard to wear helmet and show the headband at the same time. And if he doesn't wear anything on his head, like there's entire idea of spike would not make sense anymore. So I don't know. I will have to come up with something. But that's cool. Like we already have some setting of concepts behind it. We kind of understand what we're looking for. We still don't know what it is, but we explored those ideas. We like turned on our brains, and when we will see something that fit there, we will know, and we will know why. And from my experience, I can tell it's super important to know why the design looks a certain way, because like your art director will always ask you, "What is this?" Especially on like rough sketches. Like it's not just it's looking cool. Look at this triangle with this square. Let's go. Yeah. Am I right? No, no one's gonna fall for that. Like people want it to make sense. Yeah, especially if like you're actually making good game and not like just whatever. Okay, so yeah, and the rest of his clothing would also need to make more sense. So I still like the idea of him having something like those Cossacks outfits for the nobles, something like that, and I think like the belt to the side, so he would still fit in the narrative of them being like inspired by Cossack warriors. And what I did here was he actually wore two capes, and one was like fabric, and the other one was like fur, and that is kind of cool. I think I could give him like I said yesterday that I want him to look like he's heavy. Like he put on him so many like trophies and like stuff that he just looks like if he would make a step, it would make so much noise. So like from the distance you can tell, oh, the boss is coming, because like he wants people to know how he earned the position or something like that. And also basically like someone who is like heavy, like just when you're playing games and you see someone who is like super huge, yeah, you kind of get the idea that he probably is important and strong. So maybe if I would give him like another layer of cape, I would have to come up with some connection for two parts, so it doesn't fall from him, and also in a way that won't cover the connection for the bottom part of it. I think I like it, and now that we're giving him the the fur. Maybe we could actually give him the fucking on one of the designs we had like a school, I think, but like from different species. This one here. Yeah, something like this one maybe. So I don't even know what creature would have a skull like that. But this is looking interesting. And I feel like it's different if you give someone like a deer or rabbit skull, and different if you give someone like a rhino skull. I don't know because I just said to Splits that I don't want that much animal skulls, but maybe I shouldn't. Maybe it's actually not that bad. Like it just depends how you show that. Like if he would have like fucking big cow with horn, whatever skull, it would have different feeling than the guy with few like deer skulls with horns. Yeah, like if I would give him horns, he's instantly becoming a hunter, and like you cannot think about him like doing anything else but jumping around on the trees in the forest and shooting the bow. Yeah, but I feel like this place is kind of asking to put something in here. Oh, also I remember like when I was designing some Celtic warriors, they usually had some decorations at the parts that were connecting the fur. They were usually having something like that, I think. I don't remember how this shape. It's also cool. They are also like Vikings and Celts and those. Maybe if I would just put Barbaric warrior helmet. We're looking for something like that. And horns are not what I'm looking for. Definitely. Something like this would be super fucking cool, but I think it's from a game or something. I saw it somewhere. Yeah, so basically like it kind of depends what animal you would put there. Like if I would give him a fur of a fucking tiger, it doesn't have the same meaning as giving him a fur of a rabbit or of deer. It's completely different story like then. Who the hell is wearing this? Maybe it could be like inspired by Second World War German soldiers. I mean, he would probably become like Darth Vader instantly.
Yeah.
Or maybe, I don't know. For some reason it looks kind of damp, but maybe it's just because it's like very sketchy. But I don't know, like if it's like more correct, would it be more scary or something? Yeah, it would be just Darth Vader. Especially if I would give him a like triangle hole for the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like direction that I could actually use, not only like some medieval outfit. I could also think about something modern that has certain connotations to it. If I would give him like I don't know, something like this, like something from Ottoman Empire. It's kind of cool, but now he's looking like a prince, something like that, and not like just a tribe leader. So yeah, I hope it's not boring, like me just looking for some references and complaining about everything I find. But I swear to God, this is exactly how I work.
I mean, this is the process. You're learning concept art. This is concept art.
Yeah, it's just not the same as painting illustrations. You're just like basically thinking, having ideas. It's almost like writing a story.
It's not the same as making illustration, but without this, your illustration will mean nothing.
Yeah, like yeah, yeah, like you can just draw a skeleton super cool way and it will be cool, but
Mm.
it's not good design.
It won't be the same,
It's
yeah.
just a fucking skeleton. Yeah. So hmm. Do I like it? That's the question. Viking leader.
Oh wait.
How do I recognize him as being a leader? Okay, Evo, you were fucking right.
You were onto something.
Yeah, you guessed it. Oh.
Oh, that's a prince. That's a boy, dude.
Yeah, because of his face, but this, I don't know, he kind of would look like a Magneto or something.
Give it a try.
But yeah, maybe. Let's see. Like, oh, what if this
Like spikes
headband
on the side, yeah.
would be actually like more.
I see here's a reference where the spike goes upwards, downwards.
Mm.
Oh, yeah, you also did it, yeah.
Oh, you sent someone?
Yeah,
It's super
like, because-
small. I don't see anything.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't find anything better.
The spikes going up on the sides as well. Yeah, that might be interesting. Oh, I should check if I have some like YouTube comments. Maybe someone's asking anything. No, I have just one viewer.
Alright, no.
Hello,
Let's
viewer.
go.
Thank you for watching me. I appreciate that a lot, actually.
Number goes up, self-esteem goes up, you know.
Yeah, stonks.
Stonks. Yeah.
So in
Maybe like a Valkyrie helmet without like the
the
wings.
wings on it.
yeah, the wings are kind of cool. Not gonna lie, I fucking like wings on helmets.
I mean,
if
it doesn't really make sense with the orcish, I guess. Like wings,
That's-
I personally like heavenly or like divine.
Yeah,
almost.
that's true. That's definitely true. But still, if I would have to choose between horns and wings on the helmet, 100% I prefer wings. I kind of don't like that much horns on the helmet. I think it's like too cartoonish. But
Mm.
yeah, obviously it depends. Like you can do them in interesting way as well. Maybe like spikes or something or like interesting kind of horn. Like that would make the design interesting or something.
This is interesting. I'll put it in chat.
You put something in chat. Let me see.
Yeah, the one underneath.
Oh yeah. I don't know if like this is something that I would probably use for my elves. It's look like it's well done. It has like this little decorations.
crafty.
And, yeah, it's crafty. And someone was like actually paying attention to it, looking beautiful. And the orcs are actually supposed to be wild and very like utilitarian with their designs. Like something is supposed to cover my head and not look beauty, you know, something like that. Oh wait. What is this? Wait a minute. What is this? I don't think I ever saw this kind of helmet. Like it's not covering nose, it's not covering mouth. It still looks like a fucking bandit trying to rob you. Something is something looking like a spine going like through the middle of it.
Mm,
That
yeah.
might be interesting. Wait, I think it's some
We
like
could like actually draw in some ribs that like go outside of the vertebrae.
oh yeah, wait.
know.
Now it's becoming interesting. What if I would make because like many people just make something out of bone or the skull, but if I
Yeah.
would choose to use the spine as part of my design, wouldn't it be interesting? I don't know if he wouldn't like become instantly like necromancer because of that, but maybe it would
Oh
be
yeah,
cool.
it could be true.
Yeah, like it's always like thinking not only if it would be cool, but also what it means, right?
Mm.
So now we can see his nose and mouth and eyes. So it's actually not covering anything.
I mean, yeah, if you just like when you do
Someone is trying
the
to
rib
grab you,
cage.
and everything is covered except for the parts of his body that makes it possible for you to recognize him later.
Yeah. No, just like rib cage going out of
Yeah.
the spine around his head.
It's like Pink Guy, like he's doing the most cringe thing ever, and you would think that the guy would cover his face, but he covers
Mm.
everything but his face, and it's like even more funny because of that. What if I would give him like 2 spines instead? Would it be too much? I don't know, maybe. Maybe it would be too much. What if I would give him I think curves work better for orcs than um, straight lines. If I would give him something like this as the construction that is supposed to cover his face, so you can still see the eyes there, like wise and experienced, and he's old, so he has this kind of I don't know English, I'm sorry. Probably his eyebrows would be like
Bushy.
bushy, and then he has his nose, maybe some teeth going out. His bird, so he's a Satanist. Yeah, and now we can add the spine like on the top of that. Because even though he's not necromancer, he still is related to the culture that values fight a lot. So like Nazi Germany was not necromancers, but still SS soldiers had like a skull on their uniforms. So maybe it's not actually like the worst idea. I like the fucking headband right now, but maybe that makes sense actually. Would he have like this mail? Or is that like too much, like too decorative or something? I don't know. And now it lacks something on the sides. And if I do just this, he instantly becomes a medieval soldier, medieval knight. Yeah, but if I would maybe give him circles are not working. he already has one ear. This is looking like a Batman. This is kind of like ripoff of Lord of the Rings, but kinda that thing is making the most sense, to be honest.
Mm.
It's kind of like inspired by those ancient Romans.
Clones.
Yeah, for some reason, like it kind of establishes the position. If I would do this, I don't know. I don't know what that means. It doesn't have. It doesn't have anything. To
Almost looks
say.
like a samurai thingy they have
Oh,
like on
yeah,
top of their
maybe.
helmets.
Maybe that would be something like Japanese, and I want like elves to be more Japanese, so maybe it's not what I'm looking
Yeah.
for. Yeah, so maybe those skulls could be like on the spine. Now I don't remember how to draw a skull. Wait. Yeah, that's enough to just show the idea. I don't know. I kind of get used to this part. I don't think the male would work here. Okay, I need a second. I'm gonna go to toilet. Be right back.
Yup.
Awesome.
Toilet break.
Think
Water
he's pissing.
break.
It's pissing time.
Yeah, it's pissing time.
Stay hydrated, guys.
Don't piss yourself though.
No,
Don't
it's
drink
okay
your
if you
own
piss
piss,
yourself.
though.
Just stay hydrated.
That was
That's,
on
like,
live
the most
stream,
important.
and that was on live stream, and I will clip that, and I will
Oh.
live by that
Oh.
forever.
You
It's
don't need
okay to
do
piss
that, though.
yourself, guys. Jam said those words.
Well, you know, I've never actually pissed myself. Like, even when I was little, I never wet the bed. Just wanted to let you guys know
As a
that.
baby, you just like got
You
up. You're
cannot
like, nah,
prove
bro.
that. You cannot prove that.
Dude, you're suckling on your
I
mom's tits,
can.
but you're like, hold up, mother. I gotta handle business with.
Hey, listen. I'm just better than all of you. I don't know what to say.
True. That's
God
That's how
Yeah.
we fill the space between us with drinking water.
damn. Oh wait, I also gotta do the piss machine.
Alright.
Oh, everyone's going.
Good on him.
I guess that means that everyone should go, like, right now.
Oh,
Play waiting music.
Hello, Ozara.
Hello.
Haru.
Oh, he's back.
Ohayo
Oh,
gozaimashita.
Well, that's so bad that
Ohayo
you said that.
gozaimasu.
What happened when
That's
I
so bad
wasn't
that you said
here?
that.
I
Nothing
still
really.
Said
We
that
just
on
talked about
stream?
pissing.
Crazy.
I still have the
We were talking
recording of
about
that. I will
how...
check it after. Don't
we
lie to
were
me, my
talking
boy.
about...
No,
Don't lie to me, my boy.
we were
No,
talking
we were
about
talking
pissing.
about how
You wanna get
it's good
popped
to
or
stay
what?
hydrated and, yeah. Popped? Hey, yo.
You
Child abuse?
trying to get popped or what, my boy?
I'm talking
Child
about
abuse,
pop soda,
guys?
my boy. What
You
you
trying
thought?
to catch a bullet or what?
You wanna visit a doctor? You want me
It's
to?
a yes or
You
no
want?
type of
You
question,
want
my
me to
guy.
put you to sleep, my boy? Okay.
Helmets, yeah.
Helmets. Oh yeah, I also want him to have like visible body paint. I don't know if I'm not putting like too many things in just one design. Um maybe I am, and that's what makes it so hard. So for the guy with headband, definitely would work the fucking body paint, like half of his face painted in blue, super cool. And it's also going to fit in like entire idea of my illustration, because like already this orcish female here, she will have like a lot of body paints. So yeah, so the culture definitely includes doing this. And for the guy with the schools, I kind of feel like the design that was working the most was the one that would show that would be like this, maybe, like showing the the one I had before. Like, even if it's like similar to Lord of the Rings, it's not similar, because they had just their mouth visible, and they had like this kind of helmets, and mine has this and this. So mine actually looks kind of like screaming face, and they look like a bandit. So it's different. Let's go. And actually with this design, I feel like I still would be able to include the headband, like on the top of it. And his ears. Something like that. So I have two different designs for what to do with his head. And for the third one, I might go for just for this. Yeah, and maybe with no skull on the top of that. Just this. This is looking like a samurai. This would definitely hurt him if he would just look down for a moment. Just this. This is still samurai. Oh, maybe I can use the Evo Ancestors design here, like the German soldiers. Evo, are you still there? I was offending you.
No, he's
I'm
pissing, I
here.
think.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear. I just
Evo
came
went to
back.
I was
piss.
insulting
I just came back.
your ancestors, and you were not paying
Oh.
attention.
Oh,
I'm sorry. What did you say about my ancestors?
Nothing bad.
You just said you insulted them. What the flip?
I just said they had cool helmets.
Let's go.
Yeah, and I meant like Germanic warriors, like Celts.
Yeah,
You know?
Celtic. The
Mhm.
Celtic.
Yeah, only them.
Oh,
No one else. This one is looking like a robot or something. I don't know. I don't think it was going to work. Maybe even the fucking chainmail would work better here. Yeah, so let's do him like completely different. And then we will choose like which one is the best. Like, if they will follow the same exact formula, we basically will end up with two exactly equal designs. and it's not helping us with anything. This is going to be like smaller. Maybe like this. I need to actually check the references again for how the thing looked like. Pinterest. Polish nobleman. Oh shit, I like this. I fucking like everything about this actually. Even the colors. Remember guys, you should never go for the first reference you find, but I am going to do it. So I like that he wear gloves. I don't know, maybe my orc won't, but maybe he will. I don't know. Wearing gloves is like super like highest level of aristocracy, and that's like probably too much for an orc, but if it would be like black and if it would not have fingers and if it would have some spikes, then maybe I don't know, maybe. Let's try it. Let's just try it.
Maybe only the leader could wear clothes so that, like, you know, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Maybe he only gets the clothes benefit.
I mean, he needs gloves with no fingers because he needs to like have his worms, his hands warm, and at the same time be able to like tap on his smartphone, so he can like make important calls. So that might be the case here.
Yeah. Do they have Facebook in this world?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, that's huge.
Yeah, they did a book out of the faces of their enemies.
Not the kind of Facebook I was thinking about.
Oh, surprisingly. I even like
Yeah, shocking.
this kind of like I don't know how to call this, like the pattern here. Like it kind of is looking expensive and for a reason because he's a nobleman. Interesting. I think I like I don't know if it's
Pants.
called the belt or it's not a belt
Oh.
anymore, but yeah, for the pants I think he will basically have something similar to other orcs, and basically like not like this definitely, but something like this. Yeah, it will just fit right in. So maybe I will just
Maybe
find...
there are also like special animals in this world that like you could use for decoration, like special landmarks or something. I don't know,
Yeah,
like giant insects or something. I don't know.
this is
Just an
cool.
idea.
I didn't thought about insects, but it actually is cool. But I'm not sure if I should like use insects on this illustration. If it would not be like too distracting. So like they are orcs,
Mm.
then they wear this and they do this, and at the same time there are some animals in this world. Like I kind of make it for like bigger story.
Yeah.
And if the bigger story would include the big insects, that would make sense, but I'm still not sure. So maybe it would be risky, but that's cool idea. That's something to think about actually. I don't know.
Mm.
Maybe why not? Wrong layer. So I actually have pants for him. What I didn't realize is that the cape doesn't have to go like constantly in one direction. It can actually go back, which is kind of cool design-wise. Actually, I'm gonna put the entire reference closer. I will maybe be more inspired by this shape of cape that I have here. Okay, so here few things are happening. Like this part is kind of similar to what I have so far. And then he doesn't show his like hand there, so I would have something like additional in comparison to it. But still I kind of like this little like let's create like a window here. His hands is like pointing up with the elbow, and that's what makes this shape here, and it's super fucking cool. But I don't think I will get the same like reason to show that on my illustration. Unless I would just use the wind. Yeah, that should be solving my problems. Okay, so I also have the the belt or whatever it is called. I think in Polish it's called like żupan or something. And if you see, it has cool design because it's all like made of few trapeziums. That's what I was looking for. Like if you just like simplify everything to trapeziums, you will get cool shape, easy to use and easy to like even rotate in 3D. It's like understandable in 3D space. Super easy. Okay, and he would have the buttons on it. And I still haven't found the thing that those noblemen had that yesterday I liked. Oh, it's something like this. It's something like this. Wait, what? It's different. He looks dumb. Oh, it actually is something like this. Okay, let's see. I don't know if I'm making him like a tribe leader or like the actual king right now. Like maybe in comparison to them being like completely naked, he just looks like a fucking god. Maybe that would be too much. I'm not sure. I will put it just for now. Like I'm constantly changing a lot with the design, and it is a good practice actually. Like don't stick to just one idea because like that was the first you came up with. Yeah, Especially like for portfolio piece, you want it to be the best possible and not just good. And like good design can be super simple, but just get this one perfect one that is like, oh shit, oh god damn it, why have I found it right now when I almost finished? This is like everything I needed. He looks like enough, like better enough than the rest of the orc, and at the same time he doesn't look like a king. I'm gonna use it on this one. Almost entire design he'll like makes sense. And I like the sleeves. Let's go. Look at those sleeves. Yeah, like I think if I would just see this reference yesterday, I wouldn't even notice it. But now that we have like everything well thought and we have like ideas, it's just like you look at it and it's like, oh yeah, this is it.
You're like kind of solving design problems and story problems just by like collecting good ref.
Yeah, definitely. And also like while you're looking at references and you're like thinking out loud, like it just helps you to make something that makes sense. And like most people don't draw, so they are not able to judge if like everything is painted correctly and shit like that. But even a children can look at the design and see like, oh, he is rich or he is like a bandit with so like the story kinda is more important actually. I know it's like hard to imagine that for us that when we spend so many time like just like learning how to draw correctly, but actually the story still is more important. And basically
Oh, he's looking so good.
in concept art especially, like if you think about it, this guy from that made concept art for Elden Ring concept art, bro, just wait, some examples. I think it's fan art. Yeah, let's say this
Yeah, that's
one.
concept art.
Yeah, like if you think about it, like you look at this and it's like not actually well painted. Like you can see a lot of things that could be done way better. You don't see any form here. Like the detail placement is all over the place. Shit like that. But at the same time, it has like a lot of story. It's definitely non-generic. Like you haven't seen any design like this one anywhere else. It
Yeah.
makes like a lot of sense. Every single thing that is put there has a reason.
It also has like unique vibe, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and look how it looks like in the actual game. Like
Yeah,
it's fucking awesome. The design is fucking awesome. And yeah, like that's like main reason. Like or look at this. This is super cool. And that was the concept art for that. Like the light is coming from wherever, and the anatomy of hands is like whatever. As here you have like a lot of details, and here you have another lot of details. Like this is, I think, photo bashed hairs, and like every single stroke. Like there are some there is something that in art we would call mistakes or going against the rules, but at the same time it fucking works. Like you see like entire idea behind it. Like he's just like painting it good enough so it reads, and then the rest of it is just the storytelling. So to be honest, in concept art, this is the most important part. Like you can design for fucking from software if you have good ideas and you are just able to show them. Look at this guy, man. What
Yeah,
is this, man?
it's like a
Where
line
does
coming.
this come from?
Yeah, man.
It's like a line coming out of his back.
So that's
Like a
just
spiritual thingy.
just the proof to show that the story actually goes first. Yeah, and later, like if you have good ideas for monsters,
I think that's actually not Elden. It doesn't look like anything from Elden Ring.
It looks
No.
badass though.
Yeah, it
it
looks
says
cool,
if someone
but,
told me this is Elden Ring concept art, I would believe them.
Okay, it's
Oh,
it's
this is
actually
fan
not.
art concept. Oh, cool.
Yeah.
man.
I haven't seen that. I don't know, but yeah, this is basically the idea. Like it has like a lot of story. It's super
Yeah.
interesting. It makes sense. The elements of it are put together well. They have emotions.
Mm.
They make you feel certain certain way.
Way.
Way. So that's the idea behind it. Yeah. Okay. Do I want something like this here or like this here? I think it's very simple headband would actually be good enough. And for the shoes, he will just have the same thing as the rest of them has, which is like letter. Converse.
Yeah, give him Nikes. Bro.
Yeah, just do it.
The Air Jordans.
That's actually interesting design. Like, where did he get those from?
Yeah, man, super cool, isn't it? It fits
Adidas
perfectly.
ad, bro.
Adidas on the other leg.
On these sweatpants.
Oh, he's mismatching. That's awesome.
Yeah, he was just like in rush to go to the gym.
Maybe it's just like a
One of the variations just has, like, a-
post-apocalyptic world, and like just found them. That's why they
Oh.
mismatched. He doesn't know he's supposed to wear them. Pair.
And this one is just like, I don't know, controlling group just to see if, what would happen if I would do something else. Yeah, this one definitely is not a leader. I mean, this one could be a leader, but for me, if a leader is wearing like super heavy armor, it means like he kinda is a impostor. Like he becomes an archetype of a leader who's actually afraid of everyone. He was just born in the family of and something like that. Like I don't know. That's at least like how I feel it. It's based on like
He didn't earn the position.
yeah, like yeah, so he's actually a leader, but he's still afraid of someone like stabbing him in the back because like people would stab him because they don't like him because he's stupid. So yeah, that's like those archetypes from movies. Like when you see them
Yeah.
frequently and you know like a lot of references, like you kind of get the vibe of something meaning something. And that's what like concept art is based off. You just do things and you think about them and you wonder what would mean what. Okay,
Mm.
so I think like for today, like it's like enough.
Yeah.
We already have
We have
some,
better variations.
yeah, these are like more established. Like those yesterday, I was kind of like, yeah, I needed to go through this stage, and usually this one is called like initial sketch. So it actually exists, like just doodling like that, and then like rethinking everything again, and then going for
Getting a new
something, like,
reference, yeah.
more detailed, and then you choose one of them, and you actually search for specific references of how the fucking glow look like and shit like that to actually make it
Yeah.
looks like something that works. I don't know,
And how
maybe
the pieces are
Yeah.
connected and shit.
yeah, maybe tomorrow
Hell
I can
yeah.
do like the third part of it if you guys want to.
Yeah, of course. Man.
My
I'm
brother in law is sick, so he won't be able to play CS:GO with me. So probably I will just sit and paint, sad. So I can
It's very cool,
just
bro.
continue with this. Okay,
Yeah, man.
so
Everyone,
let's
say thank you.
Oh,
Thank you,
Thank
Raspo.
Thank you,
Thanks, Rospo.
Thank
yeah,
Thanks,
you.
Rospo. Yeah, Rospo.
Someone asked me to show feet.
Let's go.
No,
Who do this?
On the
Oh.
YouTube
Where-
chat is
that's
crazy.
crazy.
Where the feet at, Raspu? Where the
You
feet
can
at?
find
Wow.
my feet
Who was it?
on my
In your mom.
Oh,
Oh.
OnlyFans. Yeah,
Oh.
let's go. Okay.
Just hit
You
him
can't
with
say
it.
that on
Just-
YouTube splits. You're gonna get.
Wait,
you're gonna get Rusty
Yeah,
banned.
bro.
What
You're
did
gonna get
No,
Rospo
no.
What did
banned.
Somebody say racial slur.
what did he
Cancel.
say? What did he say?
Banned.
Okay, I'm pausing the
I'm
stream.